At 78, Emmylou Harris reflects on a career that spans decades of American music and a rare personal testimony about her friendship with John Denver. Known for her ethereal voice and genre-crossing artistry, Harris has long embodied the heart of country, folk, and Americana traditions. In a recent reflection, she revisits moments shared with Denver, describing him as both artist and friend. Her story weaves through memory, music, and loss, revealing how deeply his presence influenced her understanding of authenticity, collaboration, and the enduring emotional power of song. Across generations of listeners worldwide, music lovers everywhere continue listening still today. Early life and family foundations. Born in Birmingham, Alabama, Emmylou Harris grew up in a military household shaped by discipline and resilience. Her father, a Marine Corps officer, endured captivity during the Korean War, an experience that influenced the family's outlook on strength and perseverance. Harris later attended the University of North Carolina at Greensboro, initially studying drama before discovering folk music. Influenced by artists such as Joan Baez, Bob Dylan, and Pete Seeger, she began shifting her focus towards songwriting and performance. These early experiences formed the emotional and artistic foundation that would guide her remarkable musical journey throughout her evolving creative life ahead Greenwich Village and early struggles. In the late 1960s, Emmylou Harris moved to New York City and immersed herself in the Greenwich Village folk scene, performing in coffeehouses during a vibrant cultural era. She worked multiple jobs while pursuing music, navigating financial hardship and personal transitions. During this time, she briefly married fellow musician Tom Slocum, and together they welcomed a daughter, balancing family life with artistic ambition. Despite challenges, Harris continued performing and refining her voice, learning from the evolving folk revival community. These formative years tested her resilience and deepened her commitment to a lifelong career in music that shaped her artistry forever. Collaboration with Graham Parsons. A turning point in Emmylou Harris's career came when she met Graham Parsons, whose pioneering vision of country rock transformed her musical direction. Parsons recognized her extraordinary vocal talent and invited her to collaborate on his solo projects, GP and Grievous Angel. Their harmonies created a new emotional depth in contemporary music, blending traditional country with rock influences. Harris often described Parsons as a mentor and musical soulmate. His untimely death in 1973 profoundly affected her, but it also inspired her to continue preserving his artistic legacy through her own evolving work that continues influencing her musical identity today. Still, solo breakthrough and rising fame. Following Graham Parsons' death, Emmylou Harris launched her solo career with determination and artistic clarity. Signing with Reprise Records, she released Pieces of the Sky, which brought her widespread recognition and critical acclaim. Her interpretations of classic country songs and contemporary material showcased her ability to transform every piece she sang into something deeply personal. Hits like If I Could Only Win Your Love established her as a major voice in American music. She soon followed with a series of successful albums that solidified her reputation as a leading figure in modern country and Americana music across many decades onward. Collaborations and the hot band era. Emmylou Harris expanded her artistic reach through collaboration, forming the Hot Band and working with some of the most respected musicians of her time. Artists like Rodney Crowell and Albert Lee contributed to her distinctive sound, blending country rock and folk influences. She also collaborated with icons such as Willie Nelson, Johnny Cash, Neil Young, Bob Dylan, Dolly Parton, and Linda Ronstadt. These partnerships showcased her adaptability and deep respect for musical storytelling. Her willingness to cross genre boundaries helped bridge traditional and contemporary styles, making her one of the most versatile artists of her generation within American music. History, artistic evolution, and wrecking ball. In the mid-1990s, Emmylou Harris took a bold artistic turn with the album Wrecking Ball, produced by Daniel Lanois. The record introduced atmospheric textures and experimental production, marking a departure from her earlier traditional country sound. Despite the shift, her emotional authenticity remained at the core of her work. The album received critical acclaim and expanded her audience beyond country music into alternative and indie circles. This period demonstrated her willingness to evolve creatively while staying true to her expressive voice, reinforcing her reputation as a fearless and innovative artist that influenced generations of musicians across genres worldwide. Today, still humanitarian work and personal values. Beyond music, Emmylou Harris has dedicated herself to humanitarian and environmental causes. She founded Bonaparte's Retreat, a dog rescue organization focused on saving animals from euthanasia and finding them loving homes. Her advocacy extends to disaster relief, landmine removal, and support for veterans. Known for her quiet but consistent activism, Harris uses her platform to promote compassion and responsibility. Her values are reflected in both her music and her public life, emphasizing empathy, kindness, and stewardship of the world. This commitment has earned her respect far beyond the music industry and continues shaping her legacy today, globally with lasting impact. Personal relationships and family life. Emmylou Harris's personal life has included 3 marriages and a deep commitment to her children and family. Her first marriage to Tom Slocum occurred in New York during her early folk career, and they welcomed a daughter named Hallie. Later, she married producer Brian Ahern, with whom she had a second daughter, Megan, and built a life-balancing family in music. Her third marriage to songwriter Paul Kennerly further intertwined her personal and creative worlds. Each relationship shaped her understanding of love, independence, and resilience, while navigating a demanding music career through decades of artistic dedication and travel life journey. Reflections on John Denver. In later reflections, Emmylou Harris shared rare insights into her friendship with John Denver, describing him as a sincere and deeply compassionate artist. She recalled how his voice and presence carried warmth and authenticity both on and off stage. Their collaborations and shared appearances highlighted a natural musical chemistry built on mutual respect rather than formality. Harris expressed sorrow over his tragic death in a plane crash in 1997, noting the enduring emotional impact it had on those who knew him. She emphasized his legacy of environmental awareness and heartfelt songwriting that continues inspiring listeners around the world today. Still, the meaning of friendship and music. The friendship between Emmylou Harris and John Denver represents a shared understanding of music as a force for connection and healing. Harris describes their bond as rooted in authenticity, kindness, and a mutual love of storytelling through song. She emphasizes that Denver's artistry encouraged her to remain true to her own voice, even when navigating a rapidly changing industry. Their brief but meaningful interactions left a lasting impression on her artistic philosophy, reinforcing the idea that music can transcend genre, fame, and time to touch the human spirit in profound ways. Beyond boundaries of genre and expectation still resonates deeply. Legacy of Emmylou Harris and John Denver. Today, Emmylou Harris stands as one of the most respected voices in American music, with a legacy built on collaboration, innovation, and emotional honesty. Her reflections on John Denver highlight not only a personal friendship, but also a shared artistic philosophy rooted in simplicity, compassion, and respect for nature. Both artists continue to inspire generations through recordings that remain timeless. Harris's willingness to speak about her memories ensures that their connection is remembered with warmth and clarity. Her story ultimately affirms music's power to preserve relationships and keep artistic spirits alive beyond time through enduring musical heritage and memory itself.